Good morning. Good morning. This is Margaret Dillon from my yoga sanctuary at home. Thank you for joining me. And I wanted to take a few minutes to create a yoga video today that is dedicated to healers, helpers, including all kinds of volunteers, as well as the clients and participants who are most in need at this time. There are two places that I would highly suggest people that you donate to, and I'm dedicating my practice to these two places. The first is the Betty Griffin Center in St. Augustine. They have a website and they're on Facebook as well. That's the Betty Griffin Center. Provides services for victims, survivors of domestic violence and their families. And also Epicure, which is a local food pantry, food bank in St. Augustine, Florida, where both of which are located where I live in St. Augustine. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy. Today's practice and some standing poses on our mat to raise our energy as we stand and to ground us as we take time to center and set our intention to send our energy out to those who are healing, helping, and those who are in need in the world during the coronavirus. So get comfortable in your favorite chair, or if you choose to on your mat is fine. I'm going to stay in the chair and we'll do a short centering and warm up and then some postures. Thank you again for joining me. Perhaps just rocking a little bit back and forth, getting comfortable so that you can feel the sits bones, perhaps just easing or lifting the flesh of the buttocks and spreading out the buttocks, allowing for space for those sits bones to ground into the earth. Take a moment and glance down at your feet and pick up the toes and just stretch them for a moment wide and stretch them as you lift them up, pressing the ball of the foot into the earth. And then press the ball of the foot into the earth a little bit more and lift the heels as you press the toes and the ball of the foot into the earth. And then back and forth a few times. It's a little rocking movement, bringing us to awareness of that grounding into Mother Earth to support the root chakra. And so as you feel ready, let your feet come to a place of stillness. Check and see if your ankles are underneath your knees are aligned with the hips, shoulders, let's down. And a couple more times. Inhale as you lift forward and up, exhale back and down. Inhale forward and up, exhale back and down. Taking a moment to just bring your hands to the neck and just give your neck a nice little stretch, taking hold of either side of the back of your head and just giving that neck a little stretch, perhaps just rotating the neck a little bit, letting the shoulders go long if that feels good, and then stretching those arms way up to the sky and just taking a stretch on one side and then the other. If your neck is comfortable, you can look up at each hand as you reach. Stretch the fingers, rotate the wrists, kind of make it a whole arm and wrist. Stretch just to begin to wake ourselves up in the upper body. And then inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, open those arms wide, stretching out, becoming as long as you can, and just taking a moment to twist a little bit with this wide, stretched out arms. T position, as we call it in yoga. If you'd like to add in your head and neck, that's fine. Just bring that back and heart center. You can come into Anjali Mudra, you can cross the hands across the heart, coming into our connection with our heart chakra. The color is green, and this is the place where we begin our connection to our own loving kindness and our sense of connection to ourselves. Take a moment to take a few breaths here. Your choice of the mudra, the hand position, whatever works best for you. Or you can place your hands resting on your thighs. Begin to notice your breath coming in and going out. Maybe soften your gaze or allow your eyes to close. Your preference, do what's comfortable for you. And that's true throughout everything we do in the practice. Check in with your body to see if what we're doing feels right to you or if you need to adjust it in any way. Or just come back for a few minutes of quiet breathing and stillness at any time. So we're inhaling, we're expanding the belly, the ribs into the upper chest on the inhale, into the back body, the side body, and then exhale, we're just releasing that air, letting everything be released, toxins, tension, tightness, and we press the navel toward the spine at the end of that exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. Navel toward the spine at the end of the exhale. Once more, breathing in, filling up. Shoulders down the back. Neck long. Exhale, breathing out. And then again, if you care to bring your hands back to your heart center, just take a moment to connect with our intention for the practice today, which is dedicated to all those who are healers, helpers, and those in need during this time of the coronavirus. And my two favorite places to contribute to, the Betty Griffin Center and Epicure, both in St. Augustine, Florida, where I live. I'm sure you have your own places where you live, but I'm just mentioning those. And if you do live here and you could afford to donate to them, I know they would greatly appreciate it. Let's inhale. Especially I want to send this out to the women at the Betty Griffin shelter. Hope that you're doing well and staying healthy, and that I hope to see you very soon. Let's inhale. Exhale, release the palms. Come to stillness for just a moment. Check in with your body. Notice if your feet feel supported, if your legs are supported by a chair, or you're sitting on your mat. Exhale, lengthening that back of the neck. And then on the next inhale, coming through center, lifting the chin, stretching the whole front of the neck without throwing the head back. So the chin is reaching up toward the sky on a diagonal. And then exhale slowly, chin to the chest again. Back and forth a couple times. Continue to do that, and I'm going to add in a little music in the background. So chin to the chest, and then a nice stretch of the chin up toward the sky. When you feel ready, finished with that, come back to neutral and begin to move your head side to side, looking over one shoulder and then back to the center and over to the other shoulder, bringing in your awareness of breath so that your breath is guiding the movement, inhaling in one direction, exhaling in another direction, slowly back and forth a few more times with the spine. And center once more. And this time we'll take a moment. You can mirror me so I won't say right or left. Just take your arm out to the side, reach, and then reach up, and then over to the other side. So a nice lateral stretch here, nurturing that whole right side of the body, the lungs, the ribs, the heart, stretching the muscle, the tissue, the fascia, letting the ear drop toward the shoulder that is resting. And a couple breaths here, inhale and exhale. Maybe roll the wrist a little bit, or do any little movement if movement comes naturally to you, just letting that happen. And then inhale up, reaching that arm up, feeling the length, and then exhaling, opening, and let it float down to your side. We'll do that on the other side. Reach out first, lifting up and out of the hip, and then reaching as far as you comfortably can, and then reaching up, creating a rainbow arc, letting your opposite ear drop toward that up. You can place it on the opposite leg if you'd like to. Just bring in a tiny little bit of a stretch there. Breathe into the stretch. Inhale and exhale. And let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, open and reach down. And roll those shoulders one time. Good. And we'll take a spinal twist. So taking one arm forward, stretching it out in front of you, placing it on your opposite thigh, taking the other arm out from underneath, reaching it out in front of you, and then slowly taking your gaze toward that hand and arm as it slowly reaches to the side and then back behind you, dropping the shoulder that's resting, stretching through the spine, feeling that spinal twist. Hips stay forward, but we're twisting from the belly around through the midsection of the torso into the shoulder, arm, and hand. And if your neck is comfortable, take your neck into that stretch. And then slowly, let's exhale, bring that arm all the way back around. Place it on your opposite thigh. With the other arm, gently reach out from underneath and stretch forward. And then out, follow the hand with your gaze. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling, drop that shoulder that's supporting the opposite leg. And then slowly look over the shoulder behind you. Breathe and feel stretch the fingers if you would like, opening and closing, drop the shoulders, like a neck twist from the belly, feeling a nice spinal twist, massaging the internal organs. And then inhale for your final stretch here. Exhale, slowly come together. Let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down. Place the hands, fingers pointing forward on the thighs. Let's inhale and then slowly just glide forward with kind of a long back. We're not curving over yet, going as far as you can, stretching from the lower back, the sits bones, the tailbone, the pelvis. And then as you feel ready, complete that exhale, letting the head release all the way to the earth, taking a moment, cradling the crown of the head to release. Maybe just stroking energetically or physically, stroking along the neck and head, reminding ourselves to come into the present moment in our body and breath and to allow our minds to rest. And then as you feel ready, place your hands on your feet. Slowly slide them up your legs and lengthen again into that flat back as best you can, slowly coming all the way back up to seated. Good. And then let's take our legs and warm them up a little bit. So taking one leg, lifting it, placing both hands underneath, bringing that knee up toward the chest and just circling the ankle a little bit. Now let's support here, drop the shoulders, stay long through the spine and the neck. Just rotate that foot and ankle. And then as you feel ready, slowly bring the chest and the knee toward each other, clasping your hands below the knee if you can, or keeping them underneath. And we're coming into a little cat here. And then release. We'll do that again. Inhale and then exhale into cat. Chin reaches toward the knee, navel contracts. And once again, lower. And exhale. Good. And then as you feel ready, take hold of either your ankle or your thigh or your calf and make that letter 4, that number 4, with your bent leg, ankle resting on the opposite thigh. And we're just going to circle a little bit here, just opening the hip, coming into seated pigeon. We're just taking a moment to feel that hip opening, circling, massaging the lower back, sits bones, the pelvis, belly. Come back to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. And as you feel ready, coming back to center, exhale. Inhale, take hold underneath the upper thigh of the bent leg. Lift it up on the inhale. Exhale, just stretch it out with a flexed foot. Give yourself lots of support. And just make a few little circles, pressing the sits bones, lifting through the spine, neck long, shoulders down, and then reverse that circling. Just warming up the whole side of the body, the lower body. And then inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, press through the ball of the foot and just slowly let that foot glide down to the earth. Make any movements that feel comfortable to make, and we'll go to the other side. So once again, inhaling, lifting the leg a little bit, getting hold here, and then exhale, send the knee toward the chin, chin toward the knee. This is a cat posture, so the navel presses toward the spine, shoulders are down, and then slowly, if you want to add a little dog in here, you can press the chest forward as you let the foot release toward the earth. And then once again, exhale into cat, and then slowly release. Maybe a little bit of a cow, pressing the navel forward, lifting the chin, arching the back, the opposite direction. And then once again, continue this stretch into cat. Exhale, navel toward the spine. And then slow side, opening the hip. You can flex the foot or you can just let it rest. You can place your hands on the foot. And we're just going to circle a little bit. You hands on the inside of the bent knee, thigh area, not directly on the knee, but in the thigh. And just invite a little bit more opening in the hips. That second chakra, a place of a lot of emotional energy. Just notice how your hips are today, and if you feel you're holding there, invite a little release on the exhale. Seated. Good. And then as you feel ready, after you reverse directions, come back to center. Lift that leg up, placing your hands supporting underneath the thigh or below the knee, whichever is best for you. Today a lot, you can reach for the foot, find what works for you, flex that foot, and then circle. A few little circles. Let go for a minute if you want. Really work into the quads and the hamstrings. Bend and straighten a little bit. Lengthen through the spine and press the sits bones. And then flex as you come back to center. Flex, lift through the heart center. Press through the ball of the foot, point to toe, and slowly let that foot glide down. And then we'll just take a couple big circles here. See if there's any organic movement that just wants to happen in your body. Maybe head, neck, and shoulders really want to curve forward. And then stretch back and stretch up. Add in any arm movements. And just let that happen. Shake out. And then we're going to make our way to standing. So I invite you to come to your mat. Shake out. Wiggle, jiggle. Notice any tight spots. And just invite those to begin to release tension. Coming to our mat, take a moment and find your center spot in the middle of your mat, coming into mountain. So take a moment, as I said, just kind of loosen up, letting out any sounds or sighs. Releasing tension, very important. Let's just take a little wrap and swing motion here. So we're just wrapping our arms like empty coat sleeves. And it stimulates the kidneys a little bit if your back even touches that side back. Knees are soft. Breathing and feeling energy. Building in your center and your core. Feel how your body has become energized through our warm-up. Now we're ready to take that energy into some postures. So slowly let that resolve. No hurry, no worry. Just let it happen very slowly. Our bodies are not meant to do abrupt stops. So let's just slowly let this happen in a very organic way that we come back to stillness. Place our feet underneath our knees, knees underneath hips, hips underneath shoulders. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Drop the tail without tilting. Just drop the tail, soften the knees. A little micro bend in the knees. So take a moment to come into the earth. Feel the crown chakra reaching up to bring energy in through the crown chakra from the universe. So in mountain, we'll reach out, inhale, reach all the way up to that life force, solar energy, universal energy, and let's just give ourselves a little bath with that. So we bring that solar energy into the crown, down through the front body, through the third eye, the throat, the heart, the navel, the belly, the root chakra. A couple more times. Let's bend a little bit as we begin to reach out. And as we stretch up, we lengthen the whole body. Gather that solar energy in, bring it down, bathe ourselves, crown, third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra, navel chakra, and belly, root chakra. And once more. Just letting the chakra, the energy centers of the body, bring in this nice healing light and energy from the sun, which is just coming out today. After a lot of rain and thunder and light. Good. And then from mountain, take a moment to ground yourself, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Micro bend in the knees, long neck, shoulders down the back. Breathe to crescent moon. So let's release the hands, and then on the next exhale, one hand at your side, the other hand reaches way out and up. We did this earlier seated, so feel free to bring in the other arm if your shoulders and neck are fine with that. Interlacing the fingers, pointing the index fingers, and just be careful not to turn your body, but to stretch and arch like a rainbow over to the side, the whole side body, getting a nice stretch. And then inhale through the center, exhale, nice big exhale. Torso stays facing front, head in between arms. Release the neck and head, and then float back and forth a little bit. Inhale to the center, exhale to the side. Find your breath with this. Lift through the center body, engage the navels, the abdominals. And then slowly let's inhale, exhale, and release. And this time we'll bring the arms up in front of us. We're going to turn to the side, keep the hips front, but open to the side, like you're holding a big beach ball. And then come through the center, open, bend the knees, keep the hips front, but turn your gaze. This is a little dance, opening and closing, bringing in a little spinal twist. So reaching up, turning, opening, take your time with it, reaching up, opening. You can look over either shoulder, the front shoulder, or you can look over the back shoulder. Good. And we'll come back to center. We're just going to make a little figure eight. So take your stance a little wider and just begin to bend the knees, bend the elbows, with the hands. Pretend that they're just carving a beautiful piece of clay in front of you, adding in any movement that you would like to make that sculpture. A little free form yoga dance here. Notice what feels good for you, and we're going to reach up together when you finish that exploration. Hands meet overhead, shoulders down, arms long, navel engaged, knees micro soft. Let's inhale, and this time we're going to exhale and come all the way down, forward fold. Slowly take your time. Release everything, head, neck, shoulders, hands. Your hands can go to a block, your mat, your shins, your thighs, wherever. You can give yourself a little massage and just sway a little bit here. Make sure you can really feel the crown of the head reaching down toward Mother Earth. Letting go of any toxins or tension. Maybe cupping one elbow with each hand, and then slowly just coming into ragdoll, coming back into a little spinal twist here. Release the whole torso, let the torso rest on the thighs. Massage the internal organs, the digestive system, stimulating digestion, cleansing, release of toxins. Good. And then from here, slowly come back to center. Release the hands. Walk the hands over to the feet, and slowly, as you walk your hands up your legs, come about halfway up so you have a nice long back and you're in a squat, and then reach the hands forward and up, or you can take them behind you, rest them on your back, and just coming into a little modified chair, squat posture here. Build some strength and energy. Inhale, and then slowly exhale. Stretch through the legs, lift the hips, rock back and forth a little bit, and then slowly bend the knees, bring the hips down and under the pelvis, pelvis under the hips. Slowly make your way all the way back up. Open wide. We'll just come here and pause for a moment, hands in Anjali Mudra, or one hand on belly, one hand on heart. Take a moment to come back to our intention to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves as we dedicate this practice to all those who are out there in the world as healers, helpers, and especially for those in need. Thinking of how we can support them through our own practice or through any contribution we can make to them in kind or through the money contribution. Inhale, exhale. Let's step our feet wide. We'll practice a little warrior energy together. So again, just sway a little bit side to side. We're going to do warrior and into goddess today. So just sway, being aware of those hips. And as you feel ready, taking whichever foot is comfortable for you. If you want to mirror me, I'm taking my right foot forward. You'd probably be taking your left if you're mirroring me. And let's come into our preparation for Warrior One. So I'm going to turn and I'm going to place that front foot pointing forward. Turn the back foot out about 45 degrees and see if I can intersect my back arch with my front heel, or your version of that. I need to take my back foot a little bit wider in order to bring my hips forward. And then I'm going to drop the tailbone, lift through the abdominals, open the heart. And we're just going to sway back and forth a little bit or pulse back and forth before we come into our warrior one. You can lift that front toe and ball of the foot as you lean back. As you lean forward, you can lift the back heel. Just bringing in a little balance, knowing that balance is something we really need to work on in these times. It's back and forth. Feel that pulsing, feel that internal rhythm, feel your breath. Just back and forth. And as you feel ready, begin to bend the front knee. Find your posture first, and then come back to your breath, hips in front. Push your hands on your hips to invite them to turn a little bit more front. Make sure your back leg feels long and strong, and you're pressing on the outside of that back foot, the outside of the heel, the outside of the side foot. Lift the arch in the back foot. Press the whole front foot into the earth. Make sure the knee is aligned with the ankle. And then take a moment to breathe that, and we'll offer our full expression of warrior, or you may stay right here. So let's inhale, reach those arms out in front of us and up, follow with our gaze, looking up again as we drop the hips, bend the knees, stretch the back leg, and you can open wide with wide fingers, energized and active, and look up, look straight ahead, find what works for you. Breathe and feel this warrior one posture. Strength of the warrior for good, strength for healing, strength for the helpers, strength for those in need. Directing our positive warrior energy. And let's inhale, bring that warrior up into arms, extended palms meet, and then turn and open to the side so the hips are turning. You might need to do a little adjusting of legs and see if you can now find your way into warrior two. Again, adjust as need be, check your alignment, drop the tailbone, lift through the center of the body. You can bring the arms up once again and open, gazing out over that front hand. Check to see if your shoulders can drop down by just moving your arms a little bit from palms up to palms down, imagining the shoulders dropping down the back. And we'll sway just a little bit here, back and forth. Where can I let go? Where can I soften as I feel strength? Can I have both ease, a balance of ease and effort? Strength and gentleness. And then as you feel ready, allow yourself to smoothly enter into warrior for a couple breaths. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, gaze out. And again, just sending that warrior energy out into the world to assist those who are healing, helping, and in need. Breathe and feel. And slowly, let's inhale Bring the arms up overhead again. Pivot both feet, or the foot that was turned forward, pivot that so both feet are facing front, shoulders down, arms up. Just bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe and feel. Feel your heart beating, feel your belly supporting your heart. Feel your back being supported by the belly. Uddiyana Bandha. So feel and turn it in toward the center of your mat as you turn the toes out. Other foot in toward the center of your mat as you turn the toes out. So we're in a turned out position here. Just take a few minutes to get there. Take a minute to actually look down and see if your knees are gently focused out and far out. So find kind of your natural, comfortable, turned out position here. Back and forth a little bit, getting a feel for this position of strength. Just for women. And then as you feel ready, pulse up and down a little, straighten and drop. Let your hands just slide along your legs, giving a little tactile connection there, a little massage, and healing energy into the legs. And as you feel ready, find your place. Navel lock engaged, pelvis dropped. We'll bring our hands to our heart center, inhale. And on the exhale, we'll just open up into those cactus arms. So the elbow stays in line with the shoulder as much as possible. Listen to your body. Fingers are spread wide. And you can do a little movement here. And we'll just flow a little bit from flag, pointed star where we reach up and back down into goddess. Opening the heart. Feeling the navel engaged, back supported. Kind of getting the fire in the belly going near the second chakra. Add any organic movement, maybe moving. And on the next breath, we will come into stillness on the exhale. So coming to goddess, really pressing, getting yourself nice and rooted in the earth, making adjustments. Opening the arms, the chest, the heart by pressing the shoulders back and the elbows back. Spreading the fingers, lifting through the heart, dropping down to as far as you comfortably can feel the strength in your body. Breathe and feel. And then we'll just release that into just a little natural, free form. Maybe you want to come forward for a minute, release the lower back. Find what works for you. Shift your weight from side to side. And then slowly walk the feet together, heel toe the feet together until you're back and forward fold. Breathe and feel. Drop the crown of the head, release the back. Nice back stretch, lift the hips. Just sway a little bit side to side. And then in your own way, slowly roll up, uncurling the spine one vertebra at a time. All the way up. And back to mountain. And step out, shake out. Walk around a little bit if that feels good to you. We'll do the other side. Okay. So let's take our feet wide for a nice wide stance, comfortable wide stance, so that you feel balanced, you feel the weight evenly distributed on your feet. Take the other foot and turn it forward. So that'll become the front foot now, front leg. And then make adjustments to bring those hips forward toward that front leg. Stretching through the back leg on the outside of the leg and the outside of the foot. Lifting the arch of the back leg, lifting the arch of the front one as well. Bring those hips as far forward as you comfortably can, creating space, width between two legs, which you need in order to come into that warrior one posture. And then let's just slide back and forth a little bit, forward and back, bending and stretching without locking the knees, bending and stretching shoulders down the back. Just check in and see how you're doing with this practice. Giving yourself lots of permission to wiggle and jiggle and lose your balance and come back in, as I do. Perfectly imperfect. Good. And as you feel ready, go knock forward at it. Bring those hips back around. Find your balance here. Drop the arms, spread the fingers, engage Uddiyana Bandha, belly lock, navel lock, shoulders down the back. Gazing on a drishti straight ahead of you to keep your concentration, and as you feel ready, let's reach those arms out like we're reaching out to give energy and then bring it up and open our arms wide, sending this energy out to all the healers, helpers, and those in need. Big ball of energy, big ball of light, ball of compassion. Think of it in whatever way works for you to imagine you're holding this beautiful gift to give out to the world as a warrior for the good. And then let's inhale, bring the arms up. Begin to turn in the upper body and open the arms wide into warrior two. Adjust your stance as need be. The knee is bent. Going to flow back and forth a little bit. Rotate the arms a little bit, shoulders, palms up and down so the shoulders are reminded to release down into the back. This time we are looking front, so we'll spread our fingers, palms down as you feel ready to come into the full expression of warrior two. Press on the outside of that back. Breathe and feel your power here. Inhale and exhale. Again, finding a drishti, looking into the near future, perhaps just what you'll do later today to contribute to those who are working so hard in the world. Maybe it will be energetically, maybe it will be through an action, through some task that you do, or some way in which you also volunteer. Breathe and feel your strength as a warrior. Inhale and exhale. And then very slowly, let's pivot that front foot, facing both feet forward. Wide stance here. Arms are going to reach up. And meet at the top, come into the center, to the heart center. Take a moment to ground yourself here. Toes out, heels in, preparation for goddess. So we're coming into turned out pose here. Again, shifting your weight a little bit, finding what's right for you. So you have a natural turnout. Pelvis is dropped down. Hips are open. Breathe and feel. And then very slowly, let's open up into our goddess. Inhale and then exhale. Open to goddess as you sink into your goddess. Opening the hands wide. The arms are open into cactus arms. Maybe just dancing or flowing. The goddess dance back and forth. Continuing to engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Maybe just playing a little bit with down and up, side to side. Landing, arriving, settling into goddess for a few breaths. Maybe you'd like a few Ujjayi breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose, creating some heat. And then we'll inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, goddess. And then very slowly inhaling up into five-pointed star. Pivot and turn the feet forward again. Let's inhale, reach up, and let's exhale, bring the hands through center, all the way down. Bend the knees generously, release toward wide angle, forward fold. Maybe bending and straightening each leg a little bit. Hands can rest on the chin, the ankles, the feet, or a block, or the floor. And then coming into long-legged stance, toes turned out a little bit here. Place one hand right underneath your forehead, your heart center, and take the other and draw along the side body, stretching up and looking toward it, coming into a little twist here. Breathe and feel. And then exhale. That arm comes down. Inhale, the other arm goes up. Exhale and hold. Stretch. The spinal. And then next exhale, slowly come down. Walk your hands out in front of you and begin to turn toward one direction or the other. Doesn't matter. Coming lengthwise on our mat, now we're coming into downward dog. So take your time to find your way into your downward dog using any props. If you're already standing, really just coming back into this now as a kind of a resting pose for a nice big stretch. Spread the fingers wide.